Greetings, math fans. All right, so this is worksheet 10, and this is a review of the past 3 days. Okay, so we do some counting, we have a Venn diagram, and we do factorial. So, uh, again, I'm not teaching you guys anything new here. So what I really want you guys to do is not watch me do this video. I want you to do it first, the worksheet first, and then if you have questions, watch the video or to check it. Okay, that's really important. Okay, so let's kind of get started here. You have 4 shirts and 7 pair of pants in your drawer. How many ways can you wear the shirts and pants? You guys remember, it's using the slot method, and there's 4 shirts and 7 pair of pants, and you just multiply those together. So you get 28. Okay, pretty easy. You're flipping a coin 4 times. How many possible outcomes are there? So 4 times, so 4 slots. And think about it, each time you flip a coin, it's either heads or tails. So there's 2 possibilities each time you flip the coin. So if you multiply that out, you get 16. Okay. 12 students in our class want to run a race. There's only first, second, and third place ribbons. How many ways can they win these ribbons? Remember, again, it's first, second, and third place, but it's a little bit different than the ones above because there are 12 students in the class. So 12 can win first place. But once first place is given, how many students do I have left? Right? I have 11. And then once second place is given, how many students do I have left? I have 10. Okay, so don't go 12, 12, 12, because that doesn't make sense. You can't win first, second, and third. You can only win one prize, one place, and then another person, one of the other 11 people can win. And then that person wins, somebody wins second, and then there's only 10 left to win, all right? So multiply all these together again, and you get 13, 20. Okay? All right, the next one is Venn diagrams. And remember, just to review what these numbers mean, the 34 means just basketball is their favorite sport. Okay, the 45 means just football is their favorite sport. 11 means they like both of them. And the 14 means 14 people don't like either one of those. Okay, so if I said how many students like just basketball, that's 34. And how many students like just football, it's 45. Okay, then if I said how many students like basketball, so that's not just saying just basketball, that's saying, well, they can like basketball, but they can also like football too. It doesn't really matter, so that means it's 34 plus that 11. Okay, because that's the both category, but that's okay, they still like basketball, so there's going to be 45 people there. Okay, and how many students like football? Well, again, it's 45, but the people who like basketball and football should be included in there as well. So you add 11 to that, and you get 56. Okay, and then it says how many students like both sports? Well, that's 11. That's the where the 2 circles intersect. And how many people like neither sport? Well, that's 14. Okay, and then we get down to this guy here. It says how many students like only one sport? So you can't like both. It can only be one. So it's basically 34 plus 45. So 34 plus 45 is 79. So 79 people like only one sport. And the last question is how many students like basketball or football? Well, that means they can like basketball, they can like football, or they can like both. Okay, and if you add all those together, you get 90. All right, that's not bad. Okay, so this is what we just learned. This is factorial. So remember I told you guys to do, first of all, the top number is bigger, so I know it's going to be a whole number. If the bottom number is bigger, then you know it's going to be a fraction. Okay, so 8 factorial is 8 times 7 times 6. And again, I could keep going and write them all out, but I'm not going to because 6 factorial is 6 times, I keep going with that. Remember, you multiply, if it's 8 factorial, it's 8 times 7 times 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 6 factorial is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So everything cancels. All these terms here cancel because they're all 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the top and the bottom. And then the 6 cancels as well. So you are wind up with just 8 times 7, which is 56. Okay? And then 7 factorial over 3 factorial, remember that's 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3. I'm not going to go any lower than 3. I could. It's just times 2 times 1. And then 3 factorial is 3 times 2, and I'm not going to go any lower with that either. So, right, this cancels, and then the 3's are out of there, and you have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Put in your calculator. That's 840. All right, and 14, remember, the bottom number is bigger, so it's going to be a fraction. So it's 8 times 7. Again, I'm not going to write them all out. And 9 is 9 times 8 times 7. Okay, so these cancel, all the dots cancel, right? And then the 8's cancel, and I just have a 9 on the bottom. So don't forget, it's 1/9 is your final answer. Okay, and this one is 5 times 4. Again, keeps going down. This is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Keeps going down. So this cancels, and then the 4's cancel, and the 5's cancel. And you have the bottom, you have 7 times 6, which is 42. So the answer is 1/42. Okay? So that, math fans, is just a review of the past few days. And the next 2 worksheets are a review of the whole chapter. So it's got a few more questions on there. But it's good practice because this is pretty much what the test is going to look like. Okay? So we should be good to go with this. If I look, this is, yeah, this worksheet here is 7 questions out of 43 on the final exam. So it's a lot. Okay? So that's it, my friends. Have an outstanding day. Adios. Goodbye.